Hi, I'm John from WorkshopAddict.com. Today I have an excellent tool to show you. This is the Ridgid R4331 13-inch thickness planer. I've been using this now for about 2 months, and I don't know why I didn't get one years ago. This has been a godsend here to the shop. Typically before this I've had to go out and buy lumber already, 3/4 inch surfaced, and cost quite a bit more money. With this, I'm able to go out and buy rough cut lumber, inch thick, resaw it, then plane it down nice and smooth to whatever size I want. And one of the drawbacks of thickness planers that I've been worrying about for years, and that's probably what kept me from getting one, was snipe. If you know, on some of the older thickness planers, when you run the board through, probably the first 2-3 inches and the last 2-3 inches will have more cut out of it. It'll be they call it a snipe. And I didn't want to have to buy my lumber and then take 4 inches off of it. And this unit does a great job with snipe. For instance, it has a locking mechanism right here on the front, which locks the cutter head in place. When that's locked in place, that minimizes the snipe because it doesn't move. It works excellent. A couple features with this that this unit works so well. For instance, there's this indie cut gauge on the front. When you put your wood in there, there's a little ball underneath here that tells you how much you're going to be cutting off. So you have a good idea of when you're taking too much wood off or when you're not. And that's a great indicator, because with my old one that I had briefly, I could never tell where I was at. Was I hogging the wood off or not? This gives you a real good idea. And to move the cutter head, there's a dial up top here. I'll take pictures and show you. But a 1/4 turn of this dial up here will give you 1/64 of an inch cut off, and a full turn will give you 4 times that. So if you put your wood in there for your indie cut, you can bring your cutter head down and see how much you're going to take off. It'll move, and that can help you really dial in what you want. Once you lock your blade down, your cutter head is ready to go. One other feature, if you want to be cutting wood and have it turn out the same all the time, let's say you've got inch thick wood and you want to take it down to 3/4 of an inch, but you want them all at 3/4 of an inch. It says a dial over here. It's called Repeat-A-Cut, and its settings are 1/8 of an inch, 1/4, 1/2, 3/4 inch, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, and 1 3/4. And basically what happens is you set your depth on this. Let's say I set it for 3/4 of an inch, and as you're dialing this down, when it hits 3/4 of an inch, it won't go any farther. Therefore, you can just keep running your wood through it and come out with consistent boards all at the same thickness. A couple other things. When I was looking at this unit online and I was reading some reviews, the only complaint I found about it was the dust port. People didn't like where your shop vac hooked up to, and I have no idea where these people are talking about, because I've had absolutely no issue. I hooked the shop vac up to it, nothing's in the way, and it works excellent. You'll have a couple little bit of splinters and stuff out on your table, but it, for the most part, takes it all in. This unit also has a little Allen wrench tool, basically to put this unit together and take it apart. It has 3 cutter heads on it, and each cutter head is reversible, so when they start to dull, you can flip them over, put them back in. Installation of the cutter heads are very, very simple, and basically it's real smooth action with this dialing the cutter heads up and down. It's got a steel top, steel out feed tables, and it's very heavy. It's 70-some pounds, so moving it around can be a chore. So if you've got a stand for it, that's the best way to go. But I do not. I'm lifting mine up and down up on the table, but it's working fine. So for my final thoughts on this, if you haven't already been able to tell, I'm a big fan of this thickness planer, and it's reasonably priced. And if you want to expand your workshop so you can start saving some money on wood and controlling the thickness of your wood, a thickness planer is a great tool. And I would definitely give this a look if you're considering buying one. I'm John from WorkshopAddict.com. Talk to you later.